Okay, now that we've looked a little bit at forms, we're going to look at creating reports. Reports are a lot like forms, except you can't edit the data. Reports are more, well, like they sound. They're a report on the data that you have in your database. They're used to do, analysis on current status of things. So a report is, like I said, done the same way. Let's say instead of working with patrons, I'm going to work with books now. But it's the same thing. I select my table, I go to creating a simple report. This is skill 3.7. If I have a table selected and I click on report, it creates a report, gives me all the fields. Even, it's nice on report, it adds a date and a time, gives it even a title. You can see there's all of the books that we have. So this is like a everything report on the books at this library. So I have that report. That's creating a simple report just based off a table. I'll close that. Now if you want to create a more complex report, or not really that complex, but you can use a report wizard, kind of like we did with the form wizard, and we can specify what the fields are that we actually want on there, and we can do even some more things. We can group things together in reports, and we can sort in reports, so we can sort by like last name of the author or something like that. To do that, we go to the Create tab again. Instead of Report, we select Report Wizard, and we get a similar looking screen as with the Form Wizard, where we get to select our field. So we want title, author 1. Let's go ahead and go call number, and even genre. So these are the fields we want. This is all we need. We're going to hit Next. And then here's the first thing that's different between the form and the reports. I can add grouping, which basically means if I select a field that I have in my report, I can group common elements of that field. So it'll make more sense if I show you. So if I select author 1 and add the grouping, basically it's going to take every book by one author and put them together and only list that author once. So it won't say, John Doe, John Doe, John Doe, John Doe for all 4 books that John Doe has written. It'll only have him once, and then it'll list all of his books underneath that. So I'll select author 1. Here I can select a sorting. The way to sort it, let's say I want to sort it by title. So it's grouped by author, sorted by title. There's just some formatting stuff here we can do. I'll just leave it as it is. You can play around with that if you want. And then we're done. So I hit finish, and we'll take a look at this. And you can see the sorting here. So Andrew Beckham has 2 books. So there's, excuse me, that hopefully didn't throw you off too much. Andrew Beckham has 2 books, so both books are listed underneath his name. John Doe, and there's his books, and Tony Horowitz, there's his books. So that's kind of the grouping, the sorting. That's creating a report basically from the report wizard, and I kind of showed you the grouping and sorting there. Maybe got ahead of myself on that, but that's it for the reports 3.7, 3.8. Your code word is WHEEL, WHEEL.